Katie's Daily Rant, take 4. Anyway, I had to erase everything on my freaking phone in order to do more videos for some reason. No storage. So I got inspiration yesterday, but didn't talk about it because I wanted to watch movies. And it was funny because one of the movies I watched actually turned out to be kind of like on the same lines as what I want to talk about, and that's toxic female traits in a committed relationship. And to me, the top trait would be withholding sex or intimacy from your partner. And there could be two reasons, main reasons why this happens. The first one is like purposely withholding sex from your husband or your boyfriend that you're committed to. And the other one is withholding it because you're not feeling it. There's something off and you're not feeling it emotionally. And this video is geared mainly towards women, but of course men who, need advice as well. So anybody, it could be helpful. So, so ladies, if you're withholding sex from your significant other because you're mad or you're angry or something happened, like there was infidelity in the relationship, these things should be talked about. I know it's easier said than done, if you're not feeling like being intimate to, continue to stay in the relationship. I don't think that's very good. Like if you're keeping sex from a man, it's, to me, that's like showing him that you don't love him. Because men, they express their sex, or they express their love through sex. That it's just, if you, as a counselor, as a marriage counselor, I know these things. And it's not good. If you've reached that point where you don't want to be intimate anymore, then why be together? I never understood that when you're committed to somebody, withholding sex from them because you're mad at them or because you want to get back at them. And you can talk about it. I mean, if there's things bothering you, it's good to communicate these things. And then if you're not feeling it, which it's pretty common too in a committed relationship, when you've lost that flame or you've lost that will to be intimate, there's things that you can do to fix that. Of course, communication is the main thing. And then there's, be flirtatious during the day, touch each other, hug each other, kiss each other, things, the flirt, be, expressive when you're around each other. If you go places, hold hands, just, show it throughout the day. It's just not about, at the end of the day having sex. I mean, intimacy should be shown towards one another throughout the day. I mean, and it makes it easier when you're, finally in bed and you're intimate. So, and I'll probably expand on that some more, in one of our podcasts where I have Kelly and I talking about it together to get kind of two women's perspectives. But another one would be giving your man the cold shoulder. And this is so toxic, like, because communication is so important. And I learned to, I've done this before, but when something is bothering you, the longer you hold on to it and not express it or talk about it, the worse it's going to get. So, men, if she's giving you the cold shoulder and, it's really a bad sign. Ask her how she's feeling. Ask her what's wrong. Ask questions like that versus getting mad if she's ignoring you, and vice versa. These I know for sure are very toxic female traits. That's why I'm more geared towards women, because they tend to do this. And just being degrading, that's so disrespectful. Being angry or strife or just bitter. Women who put their boyfriend or their husband down, especially in public. I mean, it's so toxic. I loathe a woman who does that, especially because I'm very much an advocate for men and masculinity. That's something that's, our current culture is trying to destroy, emasculating men. It's horrible. So never put him down in front of people, especially friends and family and in public places. If there's something that he's doing that's bothering you, go to him in private and talk about it. And then this is the worst. This is more or less happens usually like after a divorce and you have children together, is using children as weapons. Or using children, like if one parent's mad at the other parent, they'll be vindictive and allow the children to do whatever they want to after the parent told them no. This is so big in families. You have to be on the same page when it comes to raising your kids. Talk about these things. Be on the same page about discipline. Be on the same page about the do's and don'ts and things that you agree with and don't agree with. And to me, people change. I get that. But if you're not on the same page about stuff, don't have kids together. Like, of course, it's easier said than done. But yeah, so withholding sex and intimacy, giving the cold shoulder, being angry or degrading. Ugh, I hate that. Or using your children as a weapon to hurt each other or to hurt him. I'm trying to hurry up with this video because I've been cut off like 4 times trying to do it. So I wanted to get my main points out there in case it does cut off. I would come back and do a second part and just kind of expand on these 4 points that I've made here. So overall, and if it gets cut off, that's why, and I'll come back and finish it because I'm not going to restart it again. Don't withhold sex from your husband or your boyfriend if you're committed. Once you reach the point of intimacy, that, for me, of course, I usually speak from my core and my personal experiences. That's like saying, you're not allowed to show me that you love me. To me, that's pretty much what it's translated to for a man. And once you've reached that level of intimacy, if it's coming from good intentions. I mean, I know there's friends with benefits, but we're not talking about that. This is talking about relationships. I can't talk to you from a viewpoint of a friend with benefits because I don't do that and I don't agree with that. I don't like that. To me, if you're having sex with somebody, it's because you love them and, that's how you express it. The closest form of love you can show somebody is through sex. And to take that away from them or to deprive them of that is telling them that you don't love them in my eyes. So if you're not going to be with somebody, or if you're not going to be intimate with somebody, then don't be with them. That's how I look at it. If you're going to withhold sex purposely, shame on you. Like, that's horrible. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think it's something that you need to talk about. If there's something bothering you, the trust has been lost for whatever reason, it happens, and it happens a lot. Talk about those things. Express to him, like, if he, say he cheated on you. I can't explain that from a personal perspective either, because as far as I know, I've never been cheated on. But, tell him how you feel about